segment, nobody go after
opinion yìí ni ọjọ́ kò lè gbọ́ ọmọ yìí pé wọ́n ti ṣáàjì ṣòwòṣòwò rẹ̀ fún tẹ̀sán kan lè lòdì lọ́dà buhari nínú kẹ́sẹ̀ lè alábàtà wà fún nígbà dáàbò àbí nínú tẹ̀sán pẹ̀lú àti sábàbù ìwọ ló háìdì.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome to today's broadcast. Of course, this is City Stand, Michael Adekunle. We appreciate all of you for staying good to the channel. We say a big thank you for joining us every morning they're on the program. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. My reviewers are here this morning. Of course, you know they are ready to do justice to the headlines we have on the platform. Yeah. Publisher of Sahara Reporter and pioneer of revolutionary movement, Omoyele Sowore, has been remanded in Kuje prison. Yeah, we'll be discussing this matter this morning. Mafidon, good morning to you. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much, Mafidon. I really appreciate your presence at the stand this morning. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you're watching us for the first time. It's important you share your opinion. Yeah, participate by dropping your opinions in the comment section. And let us please maintain decorum. You're all welcome. All right, to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. What has Obi said to Presidency that is making Presidency to react this morning? Obi to Tinubu, yeah, you should resign. Please resign. That's what Obi told President Bola Tinubu yesterday. Presidency to Obi, your call for Tinubu's resignation, childish. This is Bayo Ononuga, speaking here. Your call for Tinubu's resignation, childish. All right, to another one on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, Orire abduction. Protesters in Ibadan again demand release of teachers' pupils. Yeah, Catholic bishops lament their continued detention. This is on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Ezenwo, good morning to you. You're welcome to the program. Alfred Williams is here with us. Welcome you to the program. Thanks for joining us. Like I said earlier on, please subscribe to the channel if you are watching for the first time. It's very, very important. You also share your opinions by dropping it in the comment section. All right, court remands Omoyele Sowore in Kuje prison. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday ordered the immediate remand of human rights activist and African Action Congress presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore at the Kuje Correctional Centre. Sowore will remain in custody until Wednesday, that's tomorrow, June 24, 2026, when legal proceedings are scheduled to resume, says report. The detention stems from a 2-count cybercrime charge filed by the Department of State Service, that's DSS, which accuses Omoyele Sowore of cyber stalking and criminal defamation after he labeled President Bola Tinubu a criminal in an August 2025 social media post. In August 2025, Sowore posted on X Facebook calling President, he posted on X, that's Twitter, Facebook, calling President Bola Tinubu a criminal. That's over. He made his statements during a trip to Brazil when the president was in Brazil. He refuses DSS demands to delete posts citing free speech. In May 2026, Justice Mohammed Umar rejects Sowore's application to drop the charges. The judge rules that the DSS established a prima facie case legally requiring Sowore to open his defense. Blah, 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 blah. The bone of contention here is that he has been remanded in Kuje prison over the statement he made against President Bola Tinubu. He said the president is a criminal and it's now time for Sowore to prove whether the president is a criminal or not. You're welcome to the program, Femi. James John, how are you doing, sir?
Good morning, Mr. Michael, and good morning, our people across the globe. We say thank you for joining us once again this morning. It's a beautiful morning from Mogba here, and we say thank you for always being there for us. May God continue to be with you
Good morning, our viewers as well. It's good to know that you are at the other side.
It's good to know that you are the other side. Thank you so much, everybody. Yeah, Obi's call for Tinubu's resignation has really drawn attention. It's gathering momentum this morning as Nigerians are really reacting. Even netizens are speaking on this matter. And what did Obi say? Yeah, electricity supply remains unreliable. This reasons he told President Bola Tinubu to resign. Electricity supplies, insecurity in the land, kidnapping, and all of that. Economic hardship. All right, let me read. Electricity supply remains unreliable. Insecurity has intensified in many areas, including kidnappings, and economic hardship has deepened rather than eased. We are in the worst possible condition. I therefore join Nigerians of goodwill in calling for the resignation of the president over monumental failure in governance. Not just failure, monumental failure in governance. It would also send a powerful message that public office is a sacred trust, not an entitlement. This is what Peter Obi said. And of course, Presidency will not fold its hand. And Bayan Onuga has responded to what Obi said. Yeah, President Tinubu did not inherit a country in perfect shape. This is a statement by Bayo Ononuga. The security challenges we face today are long-standing and deeply rooted. Kule, yeah, it didn't start today. It started long time ago. He said, I'm sorry?
Obasanjo witnessed all this.
Obasanjo?
Yes, yeah, this security, he witnessed it that time too, when he was in power.
All right,
so
I'm coming. Yeah. All right, the security challenges we face today are long-standing and deeply rooted. Yet, under President Bola Tinubu's leadership, Nigeria has made significant, measurable progress. Hundreds of people have been rescued from captivity, including high-profile operations in Borno and Northwest. Our gallant troops have neutralized terrorist kingpins, sometimes with the help of our foreign allies. Over 15 terrorists have been taken off the streets and forests, and security operations have intensified nationwide. Peter Obi's call for President Tinubu's resignation is childish and hollow, says Presidency. Femi, your reaction to this?
Well, to me, Peter Obi is a Nigerian and is entitled to his own opinion. And I think he has privilege of advising Mr. President. To me, this one sounds like advice. That if you feel like you cannot move
resignation
on.
It's an advice.
Yes, it's an advice. It's a choice. There is option of resignation in constitution, but it's a personal choice of Mr. President. He can choose to resign and he can choose not to do so. But there are some conditions that constitution says it should be met before you can consider his resignation. Maybe whether he's sick for a long time and he couldn't, be present physically in office for a certain period of time. Then he will assign his position to another person. But anything away from that one, I don't think there is another condition for Mr. President to resign. So, but if a president feel like outside, maybe we have a president outside Africa mind, you now think that if something is not good like this, then let me resign. That one is a personal to Mr. President. But me, that one is just a political jab. It's a political, tantrum throw at Mr. President, and he has received the backlash also.
But is it a reasonable response to economic hardship and insecurity in the country?
It's a reasonable. You mean the Obi?
Yeah, it's called for President Tinubu's resignation. Is it a reasonable response to insecurity and economic hardship?
Honestly speaking, it's a reasonable one. You can advise. But me, if I'm in position of Obi, I will rather look for how to take over from him, because I'm the one that know how to do it best. Because if Mr. Tinubu resign today, then who will come in? Is it Obi? They will go and pick. Are they going to automatically go and pick Obi to be in the House of Villa? So if I'm Obi, after calling, or maybe instead of calling for his resignation, I will tell Nigeria how I will do it better than President Bola Tinubu, and people should make sure that they vote him out. in 2027. I think we rather the PC telling Nigerians how am I going to do my own thing differently from what President Bola Tinubu is doing. But of course, he has right. He has every right. They will not arrest him for that one. And Mr. President has also, the presidency has come out to give him the appropriate response that he deserves. So I see it as just a political jab. He was advising Tinubu to follow the step of Starmer in the UK. So Prime Minister, the UK Prime Minister. But you have seen so many times Prime Minister resign in that place. You have even seen a Prime Minister resign and he ride a bicycle away from the but it's not peculiar to Nigeria. We have not witnessed that kind of a thing in Nigeria. So if it can start with President Bola Tinubu, that is a miracle. But I'm not sure it should be a miracle, but I'm not seeing it coming. But instead of that, the whole Nigerians should go and collect their PPC and make sure that they vote and stand by their vote in 2027. If Tinubu is not performing well and they see a candidate that says something different from what Tinubu is doing, if they see a candidate that says, I'm going to reverse the subsidy, they see a president that say, I'm going to cancel the float of, dollar and naira rate. I'm going to return the subsidy on electricity, and all the policy Tinubu has been doing, they are wrong. He's going to reverse it. Issue of parts, and tax reformation bill. If he's going to reverse it, then he should come and convince us we are going to vote against President Bola Tinubu 2027.
All right, he recalled that before Tinubu became the president of Nigeria, he was among the people championing the resignation of the then president. Goodluck Jonathan. What's your take on this?
You see, I think that is why leadership should be by example. When President Tinubu was in the opposition, he was loud. He said a whole lot of things. I know in 2014, and those are the things that gave him the popularity he got, I think particularly in the north. But the northern people at a point were seeing, Jonathan as, the devil in human form, in a way. You understand? So when they have someone, criticize, who is all out criticizing Jonathan, they were endeared to him, Mr. President, to say. So now you are at the saddle at the moment. And then same thing you were criticizing about, matters became worse under your government. And then we are seeing how they are using security agencies to shut the voices of Nigerians who will want to talk about, particularly insecurity. But that was one of the things that gave you the popularity you got. You understand? So how comes you are now, you are working so hard to ensure that Nigerians don't really criticize your government? What Obi said, if you ask me, he is a citizen in Nigeria and he has every right to say, Mr. President, resign. But that does not really clearly say that President will resign because he said that. You understand? Nigerians gave the President the mandate. And why he was given that mandate was because of some of the campaign promises. Should we begin to look at the campaign promises he made? One of them is that if I don't fix electricity in 4 years, don't vote for me. 4 years is almost in, I think, 10 months or thereabout. The second one is issues that border on security, that he said Mr. President does not know the meaning of the words CNC and CNC, Commander-in-Chief. Some of this statement came from him. And now he is the Commander-in-Chief. And matters are getting worse. Should Nigeria not talk? In fact, Nigeria seems to be more nicer to this government than the previous and the government of Jonathan. Because nobody is talking about economy. The problems are myriad. They are not even, it's not just a single problem. But Nigerians are only saying, can you give us security? If we are going to go to the numbers, you will see that there are more abductions under this administration than the Jonathan. The only time we had that large abduction, the Chibok girls, was in 2014. It was once in the 5 or 6 years that Jonathan was in office. But in the 4 years of this administration, we have lost count of the numbers of schools, that the students that were abducted in churches and different places. So for a citizen who says, Mr. President, resign, that citizen is saying that you have not met, the yearnings of Nigerians. Why we have voted into power, the reason we voted you is defeated. Whatever reason why we say
the mantle
is defeated. You understand? Because we felt that government was bad. You can do better. So don't come and tell us there were problems. This problem has been there. You are aware. When you were making your promises, you know of these problems. So we expected you to just come out and roll out plans. You know how to tackle it. That's what Nigerians want. How you will do it, we do not know. But we feel you are more intelligent. That is what democracy provides. Democracy gives you a platform to choose the best, the most intelligent people among you who can solve problems. And you came. You said you can do it. And then we gave you the mandate. And you are saying we should not talk if things goes bad. That is not democracy now.
Femi, which issue concerns you most under this administration, this current administration? Is it cost of living, unemployment, insecurity, inflation? Which? Because you just mentioned insecurity.
Of course, it will be insecurity for almost everybody. If it is a matter of economy hardship, I don't know when Nigeria is enjoying too much economy boom that we now say everything is now cheapo. Go and listen to the song they have been singing since 80s. Ilule Okosowolode. I still listen to Kolita Ila, Nigeria. Almost everything that is happening now was what General Kolita Ila sing in the statue of a song that's called Nigeria. It has been like that. But we have not met a security challenge like this before. That nobody. We say that I'm safe. If you have murder in your village, you will be afraid. You that you are in Lagos, you will be afraid. You will to sleep with your two eyes closed. You will be afraid. So the issue of insecurity in this country is getting worse day by day. It is a matter of economy hardship. I usually tell people that since when I've been growing up, I grew up with hardship. No affluence of everything. I could remember those years when we know how we celebrate our Christmas as a normal thing. If it is come, if there is money, we do it in a buoyant way. If there is none, we eat whatever that is available for us. So I pray we will not have an hardship that make us to be even because forget about our security. Then we'll be talking about what we are going to eat. Then that means we are entering into war. But so what I try to say now is life. First, somebody that is alive that can eat. No matter how you say something is costly, you cannot compare a free man on the street of Nigeria with somebody that have been kidnapped for almost 30-something days. What are they eating? How you say about clothing? Even if you are living under bridge in Lagos State, yes, you can still have access to some clothes. Whether you steal it or you grab it up, you will still be able to cover yourself, or you snatch it. Yes, under bridge, but they take you inside the forest. What are you going to use to cover? So that means they will still be wearing that one cloth for 31 days. They say some of them I've never seen for like 30 years. I never see headlights. They have now seen headlights on their head. Some have turned to an image of Nebuchadnezzar because they are living in the bush. So issue of insecurity will be the paramount thing. No life first. If you don't live, how are you going to eat? Can a dead man eat food? Can a dead man drink? Can a dead man ply the road that has been taxed? So security first.
All right, let's rush to the comment section and see what our viewers are saying concerning what we are discussing this morning. Chime Caleb says good morning to everybody. And it goes on. Nigeria is gone forever. All right, this is Chime on this. Chime Caleb, Nigeria is gone forever. But to some other Nigerians, it is not gone, right?
It is not gone. Nigeria don't believe that.
Nigeria is not gone.
Nigeria can be fixed. We only have leadership problem. If we have the right leadership in place, I'm telling you, Nigeria has what it takes to compete with the most developing countries in the world. Leadership is our problem.
All right, somebody said it's going. The country is going. That's not gone. All right, random gamer says Nigeria is a failed country under President Bola Tinubu.
Yeah, we can consider that.
All right, we move down to Chime again this morning, and it says, yes, Tinubu is a criminal. Sowore is saying the truth. All right, I am not the one that said this. Yeah, this is a statement credited to Omoyele Sowore. All right, Tinubu is a criminal, says Sowore, and that's what we are reacting to. this morning. All right, we move down to Chukwemeka, UK Prime Minister. Yes, yesterday he resigned. All right, Andrew Ogujimi says Obi asking Tinubu to resign is childish in the sense that Obi knows that no Nigerian president will resign. Even himself wouldn't. A stomach of UK, that's the Prime Minister of UK, resigned yesterday. All right, on to the next one. Still Andrew Ogujimi, happened in Western world, not in Africa. On to the next one. We have Sub Abiodun saying common sense is not common during the former President Bush 9/11 terrorist attack. Bush did not resign. Why are you crying for a mandate that does not belong to Obi or Atiku? Everyone says if the British Prime Minister could resign, Bola Tinubu should have resigned 2 years ago. And Tadimola Joseph is saying good morning, City Stand crew. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Now, away from this, let's quickly move down to Omoyele Sowore, who is currently in Kuje prison. Wow, Femi Sowore in Kuje prison. Your reaction to this?
Well, Mr. Michael, this is not the first time we will see federal government do all the unnecessary bravadoes against the human rights activists. It has been long. We have seen how they, traumatized late Gani Fawehinmi. He went to prison so many times. Bella Nikolabo also went to prison so many times. But what all of them represent today is written in
that statement.
I'm coming to that.
Do you call that a free speech?
Mr. Michael,
Tinubu is a criminal.
Nobody, as Nigeria president today, will become Nigeria president. They will not call him criminal. A serious president will not listen to something like that.
Like, should it be protected as free speech?
It's a free speech. If I
calling a sitting president a criminal.
Mr. Michael, wow. If I want to become Nigeria president today, I will prepare my mind that they will call me criminal. Yes, because what is on ground to tackle is very, very hard. And if proper care is not taken, people will think you don't do anything there. That is the truth of the matter. So, to me, they don't have serious work doing. Honestly speaking, all the terrorists, you have not been able to arrange them. We have Toji Bello giving you order. What response did they give to Toji Bello? What Toji Bello said, if you want war, we are going to give you war. If you want peace, Minister of Defense has not come out to tell Toji Bello that they should keep short. They are coming for you. We give you so time to. Nobody has been able to respond to Toji Bello. It is Sowore and Alemola Aledimo. And to me, this kind of a case, it will just end abruptly. Everybody know what Dele Parotimi went through. Yeah. What eventually happened. That Babalola Afeni Baba Sekakiri. That's not the criminal justice of Nigeria. So, and it's criminal justice system. So what eventually come? What ended? I could remember all this kind of a case. So Sowore has been charged for treason felony. When Buhari was there, what is the end of the case? Between treason felony, and tribe, cybercrime or whatever nonsense name they want to give this case. Which one is much higher? Which one is much higher now? So let's wait and see. But what really happened is that posterity will judge all of us. Whatever we are doing, God is watching us. But it is only, no matter how judge of this world, whatever they deliver, the heavenly God, the heavenly judge is watching all of them, and is the one that's going to be the judge. He will judge the judge. So every judge that they are using to do is will be remembered that he is going to give delivery to the one that will judge the judge. So what Omoyele Sowore is saying to me, if I'm Mr. President, I will prove to him that I'm not a criminal, not by arresting him. I will do it by
Can he prove it?
So Omoyele Sowore, we are waiting. We are waiting.
Does he have evidence?
He's a journalist, and he that called Tinubu a criminal, and they order him to delete it, and he refused to delete it. I think he should be able to. He should have ball and enough courage to defend himself in the court of law.
At some point, Reno Mokri once called President Bola Tinubu a drug lord.
Thank you for reminding me that.
What happened to him?
He became ambassador. He's an ambassador. So to tell you that these people, they know they are just playing politics with everything. They arrest whomever they want to arrest. They listen to the one they want to listen to.
That Bola said a whole lot about President Bola Tinubu.
Mr. Michael, stop mentioning. There are too many. How many of them? Even if I continue,
at the end of the day, he became one of his aides.
See, even sometimes If you know how to be compromised, start calling Tinubu name. That is when they will call you. If you know how to be compromised, me, Femi, if I know how to be calling Tinubu criminal, Tinubu is a criminal, Tinubu is a criminal, and they know that, call him, and they give me something, okay? And you go work by bread, butter. Maybe I will come, maybe I will go, maybe I will start to call Tinubu criminal. Maybe they will call me because Sowore has called him criminal. They later give him ambassador. Bola called him sorry, Jare, they gave him ambassador. Bola did the same thing. He was now a presidential spokesperson. I beg, Tinubu is a criminal. Come and give me appointment. What do you say? What do you say to that?
How should this case be treated? Political criticism or criminal defamation?
Somebody like Sowore, even though some of his style of as an activist is somebody I have great respect for, but the way and manner he carries it, somehow I have issue with it. You understand? And then, as an activist in this country, somebody who is fighting for social justice, know that the government in place is your biggest enemy.
Yeah.
They will always want to go after you. You understand? And that is why some of these utterances, you must check them. You understand? Look at El-Rufai, for example. Those are the things. Why El-Rufai is in detention today was not because truly he's told. It was because the government want to silence whatever voice that want to, blow the trumpet against them. You understand? And Sowore, if you ask me, like Femi said, he was not the first to call the president criminal. What's his name? Rino Mokri did. He called him a criminal at the end of the day because he is someone who can compromise. He was given an appointment and then he shut his mouth. He changed the music. Bola same. You understand? But when you have people who are guided, by principles, and you wouldn't want to bend, government will always want to find a way to bring you down. Look at the country where we live. When you have somebody like Kuje Bello, you have lots of terrorists going after everywhere. Look at the proactiveness of the DSS yesterday. They have proven to Nigeria that they have the capacity when it comes to taking out somebody who is an activist.
No, it's not capacity.
You have somebody like Kuje Bello. You have children in school, in various forests. We've not seen you, putting out that level of, action to rescue the situation. But then this is to tell you that all the government security agencies we have in Nigeria are just arm of the executive. They are working for the executive. You understand? It's unfortunate because democracy cannot thrive, on this, how we are running it. You must allow it to work the way it should be. Opposition should thrive. Human rights activists should thrive. You as a government should begin to do the needful so that you can make them unpopular. Tinubu can make Sowore and every other person unpopular by beginning to do the needful. So that when they come to criticize, we will say, no, that's not what we are seeing. No. This person is performing. You understand? So can he do that? He still have time to do it. And it's possible.
All right, to the comment section. I am not surprised. When Tinubu was governor of Lagos State, he did absolutely nothing. Dash. All right, we'll move to Chimezie, 40 years, one man, old Lagos hostage.
Never reach 40 years. Never small.
All right, we'll move to...
Never reach 30. But we are waiting for the... Maybe when it's 40 years, we go tell you.
All right, James Olu says Nigeria is a massive slave camp. All right, zero resistance. Victor says, Mr. Mike, someone is screening your program with another platform. Is it a live program we are running now, or pre-recorded programs? Please make it clear. Let us know. Let us know. And what platform? Let us know the name of the platform. I know people are using the program.
Yes.
Everywhere. But
we are generous.
But is this live program? Is it one we are currently running now? Is somebody tapping it? Please let us know.
Yeah, it's a crime. Like I told you last time, somebody sent to me from UK. I showed you, but it was not this platform. It was from a different. I remember I showed you.
That's normal. But I'm talking about this current.
Maybe they can extract.
Or maybe they are
material.
Okay, maybe as we are live now, someone is recording and transmitting live. All right, let us know the platform, please. Can you send the link to me?
Live for live.
My number is 091 2742 0575. All right. Thank you so much. It's a global stance. It's a global program. Now with global analysts.
Yes, and they can extract our material. That means our material is good.
Make them know I can be revoked.
Make them live our. You can extract our material and use it. See all the little one that we are saying.
Yes.
Even here, people come around to.
Yes.
They come here to record us.
Yes.
No live. Yes. All right. Thank you so much for that observation, Mr. Victor. I really appreciate that information. All right, Chime Caleb says Tinubu stole Nigeria money. The money that they borrow, what are they using it for? All right, he has his own submission here and his own opinion here.
So we rely on that one. You cannot win in the court. So that Tinubu borrow money and what are they using it for? If it is what they are using, they will provide you 1,000 things that is using the money for. If it is infrastructure, you cannot win. They will give you many infrastructure.
All right, Ezenwo says the question is he not a criminal? That's the question he's asking. Someone should shed light on this because he's only quoting Reynolds' accusation.
Yes, of course, and this is the problem.
When he made that statement, did he say according to Reynolds?
No, he said it according to.
He said what?
He didn't quote Sowore. He quoted himself. He didn't quote Sowore. But me, I'm looking at this thing from moral grounds. If you are busy doing something serious, you will not be listening to all this non-state actor. When you have a case that a non-state actor is looking at your face as a sitting president and is telling you that if you want war, I'm going to give you war. If you want peace, I'm going to give you peace, and you are unable to resolve it. All this one, they are very, very. Things. Somebody called you criminal. He should go and learn from King David when he was chased away by his own son. Absalom chased him away, and he was going. Go and check what Simei was telling him. He was formatting all sorts of rubbish. Somebody want to go attack. He said, "Hey, leave him. Maybe if he calls me like this, God will remember me." This is how to know a good leader. And a good leader will not be listening. If it is Donald Trump you call a criminal, he will just respond to you through word of mouth. Because you too, you are a criminal. I know you are very silly. Your mama, Donald Trump can go to his son. I went to his mother's house the other time. There is no clinical. That is how Donald Trump is. Not that he will now go and be using DSS to be pursuing. Sometimes in your own house, if you don't know how to take care and you like to be chasing rats all around, something you will break something. You can set your house ablaze because you are chasing rats. Yes. We don't vote for Sowore now. We vote for Tinubu.
I asked James John the other time that how should this issue or this case be treated? Political criticism or criminal defamation?
The president has the choice of which one he wants to pick out of the two. So he want to just ignore it, a political statement against me, or want to take offense with the statement made by Sowore. I want to consider as a defamation
of character.
Defamation
of character.
All right. As a defamatory statement made against him. Mr. Mike, there are checks and balances, everything. Why is it that institution of democracy, legislative, executive, and judiciary, why do they put checks and balances to it? Why did he just say judiciary, just be give me any kind of judgment, legislation, just be do anyhow, executive, just become mad. Why is the institution of checks and why they institute that they should be checking one another? Why? To prevent abuse, to prevent defamation, so that nobody will become a law. No, that you just wake up and becoming anything to think you are, which you are not. Number two, then when a state government must not just keep quiet and be watching a statement that can inflate, that can cause crisis, insurrection, tension. That's another thing. That's number two. I said checks and balance. It's not of democracy. A serious government will not just sit back and be listening and allow somebody to be just making inflammatory statement that can cause crisis, that can cause insurrection and I blame people. Get my point? Then number three, then there's a limitation to individuals' rights. That's number three. I hope you are listening.
Yeah.
There's a limitation to individuals' rights.
There's a limitation to speech.
Mr. Mike, right. I'm pointing my finger. My finger must stop where your nose begins.
If you doesn't get the nose.
If I not touch your nose, I have a right to point my finger anywhere. But the moment I'm directing my finger to where your nose is, when it gets close to your nose, it must stop.
That's touched it already.
you leave forward to touch my finger. I didn't touch your finger, sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. There's a limitation to what individual, you have a right of expression, but your right of expression must not infringe on another person's fundamental human rights. The moment you are going beyond your boundary, you are crossing your own limitation of right to encroach my own personal right. I have a right to pick offense with you or not. If I choose to pick offense with you, it's within my right to pick offense with you on what you have done.
Is Tinubu truly a criminal? Is he a criminal?
That's Sowore who made the allegation.
No, as a Nigerian. So everything.
Mr. Man, for me to make such a statement, I must have brought in my evidences that I can use to defend myself. Because the man in question I'm making that reference about may choose to pick offense against me. And should he not choose to pick offense against me, the onus is now on me to prove it, to defend myself. If I'm able to defend myself, sorry, then the court will look into the claim made by the man who the allegation was made against to award costs against me on his behalf. The court has said, no, this is an allegation against me, charge against you. Prove it. If you don't just wake up and make an inflammatory statement, a defamatory statement, Tinubu is safe. Look, apart from being a president, he's still an individual that still has a fundamental human right, still intact. Are people forgetting that? Is it by becoming a president, has he lost fundamental human rights? As an individual, as he lost it? The state already protected him from being distracted, from being prosecuted. That does not mean that you will go scot-free for any crime committed while in office. He can still be charged for that crime. But you assisting, even though you have a right of expression, you must know that the man in question, the man you are still is still an individual that still has fundamental human rights still intact. Being a president does not mean it doesn't mean he has lost the rights. So if you say any statement that infringes on his personal human right, he still has a right to institute a legal action against you. And if the station of the state can do that on his behalf.
Are you aware that a bench warrant was issued?
That's what I'm saying.
Based on his absence?
Yes. Because why was bench warrant
issued? You justified that?
Don't
you think they should have made some verifications first before giving that order?
Mr. Mike, a case had been tried against you for the defamatory character case, and the trial is already going on, and the case is ongoing. You're supposed to appear in the court to defend yourself. You are absconding from the court proceeding. You are not around. The court case will be called. You are not around to come and defend yourself.
If there was a reason for his absence,
Mr. Mike, if there were reason for his absence, you should have made it. You can provide a reason that may not be acceptable, may not be tenable before the law. It may not be tenable before the law as regards the weight of your offence you are being charged. So if you have been absconding yourself from the court maybe 1 or 2 times, and the judge now said, Mr. Man, come and make yourself appear in the court, let's decide this case, prove it, and give judgment about this case. If you are not around, you are maybe absconding, whatever. It can be, you might be saying you have a reason, but in the eyes of people who are concerned with the case, they may not be stable, that excuse may not be stable before them. So a bench warrant was issued to produce him to come and appear and continue the case trial. It was a bench warrant that was used for someone to arrest him and brought to the court to.
Do you think Sowore brought this calamity upon himself? At some point, DSS told him to delete that post, and he refused to delete it.
Because he had evidence to prove his allegation.
That Tinubu is a criminal.
Yeah, that's why he refused to delete it. They gave me an option. Hello, sir, can you delete so thing? He said no. Then because he is convinced on his statement, and so now the case has started. Bring those facts out, bring it to the public, bring it to the court of law, bring it to the public court of opinion. Let us all see it. Must not be working out and be making a amazing statement. If it's something you know it does not, you cannot prove. Must not be doing it. So they give me an opportunity. Thank God they didn't just pick him up in him. Hello, so statement you made. Delete it. No, I will delete it. I have a good guy to say it. All right, no problem. And the man who is in question, whom you made the allegation against, first this and this a defamatory statement against me. I saw the case. Institution of a state can do that on behalf of the president, because the statement can cause insurrection, it can cause crisis in the country. It can cause, So now come up and prove your evidences.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm still coming back to you. Gentleman Mike, you're welcome to the program this morning. Yeah, I really appreciate your presence. Is labeling a president a criminal? Should you call it a criminal offense? Or should you call it an opinion or a factual allegation? That's what I'm trying to ask here.
Definitely.
Would I call it an opinion or a factual allegation? Labeling a president a criminal?
Definitely just not an opinion, but one must also have verifiable evidence to have made such statements. And I want to believe the person of Omoyele Sowore understands exactly what he's doing. First, before making that post, it was a tweet before making that post. And just as OJ said, even when he was advised to have it deleted, he insisted that those platforms should leave it there. So I want to believe that he understands what he's doing, and by the time he have his days in court, he should be able to substantiate that position that he has posted. I am also an advocate of responsible reportage. I'm an advocate of responsible journalism. You don't make statements that you cannot substantiate. All I am against is when government begin to use state apparatus to intimidate people, like they did in this case. Sowore has left the status of somebody that should be chased around. If you invite him, he will be there. This is what he has been doing in the last 30-something years. So all those drama that DSS were doing in court are unnecessary. If a court should remand him, if a court should remand an accused person in a correctional facility, we all know that the agency that should take it up from there is the correctional facility agents, which are the people from the prisons who take it over from there. So all those drama that is being done by the GS, and this is not the first time, is unnecessary. Let the agency that has been saddled with that responsibility do their job. They know how to take it up from there and pick him and take him to the correctional facility.
Jim, sir, is this a political speech? Is this a political statement? President Bola Tinubu is a criminal. Is it a political speech or a factual allegation that requires a proof?
It depends on the person who said that. It's Sowore that made that statement understand, and it wouldn't be fair when you think that a person of that caliber did not understand what he has tweeted or what he said about the president. And now when you come to say Nigeria are disgracing, we should stop saying things that that will defend the face of Nigeria to the world. Whereas the president is the organizer of that kind of person, defaming the country, giving the country a bad image in the world, and you are the president. Someone made a statement.
Who is giving the country a bad image?
He's the president, of course.
How is he?
Look at what happened, the drama yesterday, in a country where you practice democracy, in a court of law, a DLA personnel pointing a gun at unarmed citizen. You can see that video. Is there? Is that out of indiscipline? You understand? Is that out of indiscipline and lawlessness by DSS or officials? And who made the statement? Who was the statement made against? Who ordered for the arrest? And who brought the matter to court? You will see important things that Nigerians are facing. You will not channel your energy and strength towards those in captivity under the terrorists. But you have the whole gun, big gun to intimidate citizens just because of one person. Ordinary statement that is not a criminal. You are doing all manner of things that should not be seen in the world. So who gave the directive? Who said, we are going to arrest or do this? You invited someone to court. Even if everyone is running from court, but Jali, for a statement, why we not be present? So when was present at the court, the judge was absent. You understand? Now you came within under shadow, calling for this thing. Let him prove what he has said. Even a child on the street can make that statement. When you ask, it should not be a criminal. It will give you instances and scenario on reason why you feel the man is a criminal. You understand? If we do that, the president under your watch giving over 60 drug barons, giving amnesty, releasing them, freeing them. Is that not a criminal act? under your watch as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, your so-called governors under you, say political party and co, negotiating with terrorists, is that not a criminal act that you are abhorring under your administration? Under your watch, a criminal like what? Yaya Bello, who embedded billions of Nigerian fund, Ekiti fund. EFCC chairman was saying, if I could not do this thing, he's going to resign. Till now, EFCC chairman never resigned. Is that not another coward, another criminal? Because how can you say that Yaya Bello, with that amount of billions of naira that was found guilty of, parade to court like someone that win a trophy, like Arsenal people that don't win trophy in the court of law, and now picking up a senatorial form, and now even one primary election, a criminal like Yaya Bello under Tinubu's watch. Did not visit him of recent. Is that not a criminal act under your watch? So you see, if you refuse to say the truth, you go back say Makolo you come. It is not happening to you. If it still come to you, because one day we come, this judiciary in shenanigans will reach your turn to, whereby your family member or yourself or someone close to you will find himself in that space where someone that one rich person will use a wealthy hand to slap him, and you will cry, nobody will your boss. It is nonsense. Look at the number of vehicles and in-laws that follow. You know how much they will fuel those vehicles. Ordinary, so they're just one person. On what basis does that warrant all those actions that happened yesterday? You understand? Whereby court orders, the Correctional Centre people, officer, take this person to this DSS hijack for road. Is it the duty of the DSS to escort whosoever person? Well, it's not a criminal. On what offense? That is like the other days, one young boy tweet that what was it called? The first lady is this or that. The first lady ordered the arrest. Whether the first lady ordered the arrest of that boy that was in prison, or it is the DSS. Now we say, is DSS now the spokesperson of Mr. President? Is the DSS now working directly in the office of Mr. President? Is that why this DSS is being created? You understand? Is that why the office is it created to be what? Oppressing any citizen that said this or that online? All the terrorists are tweeting, sharing money on TikTok. Why have they not traced them? If they know, it's out of irresponsiveness. If that English word is correct. You understand? So every day by day, from one lawlessness to another, as we are saying this one, as we are collecting from this, just into another thing. Our people are stranded in South Africa. The ambassador to South Africa, what is his name? That was our guy. The ambassador that was visited in Mexico now. Ambassador in Nigeria and the aviation minister, President Kiyamo. Where have they not gone to what? Picked our Nigerians stranded in South Africa to this moment, and those people are stranded. No shelter for them. As I yesterday also on news, I see like coming that this. Why have they not? The Nigerian responders have not been responding to them. Civic responsibility. You failed woefully. You cannot get that done. But that word does not make sense. So people will hear, still be defending whatsoever. What who told you that Sowore did not have words? He refused to defend himself. Did they ask him to? Is he giving that platform to say that? And he has not done that. Oh, several things, Baba. Me, I don't get time to listen. What does not go?
What did you say? You said what? Since what?
James, since he has become an advocate of Sowore, and he has better explanation through the very statement uttered by Sowore that Mr. President is a criminal. I think you'll be invited and you give better explanation. Like you are.
He's only reacting to what is on ground.
I don't understand.
No. If he's reacting, you must not be part of foolish Nigeria that will just come on the phone and insult the personality of Mr. President. If you insult the personality of Mr. President, do you have any other country to go? Do you know what it takes? BDM himself, is this the first time of him doing it? Sometime last year, Mr. Mike Adekunle, if you can remember very well, that Sowore made the same statements of Mr. President being a criminal. And now this is the point. Sowore needs to be invited and needs to give us a good platform.
Can you calm down?
That's why he must be
In the environment.
What do you say? No, say in his statement, say we don't have another country to go. That's why we now must mismanage the environment that we are living. What? Do you don't know mismanagement environment?
And that's why you must destroy the economy with your mind.
Do you know what you know the meaning of mismanagement? The government on the day, it failed woefully. A kid in the street
Ask him, a kid, he will tell you that the situation is getting out of hand. It's zero. Zero tolerance. See, somebody was talking yesterday. Let us come to the reality. He said Buhari under 8 years, Buhari borrow 87 trillion with subsidy. Now this man came under 3 years without subsidy removal, almost 200 trillion. What are we talking about here? What are we really talking about here? Are we not in Nigeria? Are you not in Nigeria? What's the meaning of us?
Let me just
almost 200 trillion under 3 years. Our subsidy gone. What is the impact? What is the meaningful? What are we really talking about? What are we really talking about? You see, we should bury our face in shame. Anybody that said this government is a truth bomb. It's a negative language. Let me be frank with you. It's a negative language. See, don't call here. We're all Nigeria. The last kid in Nigeria is crying. Can you imagine? Under 3 years, almost 200 trillion.
More than 200 trillion.
Almost 200 trillion. You buy plane. Okay, when you came, the presidency, they were using a Mercedes Benz. You don't use a Bentley. America's president vehicle. You not buy private jet. You not buy Nyash. Only you they live inside Nyash. Only you live inside Nyash.
It's so unfortunate that majority of people that come to blaspheme the idea of excuse me. Hold on. That Mr. President borrowed money or collected loan. He's not the first president to collect money, okay, for infrastructure for development. And if you ask Mr. President or the government, the parliament of Mr. President, they will give you good explanation about borrowing money or not borrowing money.
So the president is not a criminal.
It's not a criminal. I'm coming, and this is where I'm going. So would I need to be used as an example for any Nigerian that does not understand false allegation or false statements, okay, to tarnish the image of individual. It's not just the Mr. President.
What did the government of Tinubu do to Remanded that called President Bola Tinubu a drug lord?
Definitely, let me tell you, it's not Yobani Onomode Buroko.
What did they do to him?
I'm coming. When Sowore made this,
did they arrest him?
He definitely, if you get installed, yes, you get installed.
An ambassador?
He said he will get installed. I'm coming. If you get installed,
he will get installed.
I'm coming.
No, can you see that they don't have anything to defend?
What do you mean?
That is the fact. They don't have anything to defend. Mike, let us understand the word. What is criminal? What is criminal? That word criminal. Can you look at what criminal stands for? And at what point did Sowore make that statement? Bola Tinubu went to somewhere, whether Brazil or they know where he go. It doesn't corruption not there Nigeria. But you know, understand what I think that is what triggered that statement. Okay. And if you look at it very well, if you look at that statement very well, you look at it very well, you know, any act that is unlawful, bro, look at the word criminality, you know. Any act that is unlawful, you know, is being seen as criminality. Please, that statement, there's no corruption anywhere in Nigeria. Is that correct? It's not correct. Mike, it is not correct. We know a lot of things this Bola Tinubu said about Jonathan. Nobody went after him. No, I'm coming to that, you know. He was not, nobody, he was not. So, you can see that most of them inside that cabinet does not understand simple English. Bayo Onanuga does not know, he does not do verification. He went to the Senate, the team backfire. They have started again. Let them go and find out. I think they need to be schooled. Maybe they will understand what criminality is all about. Something triggered that, and if you look at it from all perspectives, there are series of criminal acts under this government. If you cannot be able to allow people to self-determine who they want to be in a free world, it's a criminal act. If you don't allow people to get justice, it is a criminal act. I don't know how you guys want to define criminality. I don't know.
I'm coming back to you.
Well, I think beyond our emotions, we must also understand that an accused person is presumed innocent until a court of competent jurisdiction finds such a fellow guilty. And I think that is what is to be proven. So beyond what we know about an individual, beyond what has happened in the past about that individual, in fact, beyond arrest, beyond invitation by security agencies of an individual, a court of competent jurisdiction must have found that individual guilty of such an offense. And I think that is where the federal government, as being represented by the DSS, are relying on. That is the area they want Omoyele Sowore to come and prove. And as I said earlier, it's in the media. I don't know the information at his disposal, so it's left for him to have his days in court. Thank you, Michael.
Mr. Mike, listen, if 2 or 3 people offend me, it's within my right. It's within my right to decide who I want to pick offense with. If Ramokri, I said something about the president, and the other man, Bola, I said this, and Sowore, I said it. It's within the right and choice of the offender. I mean the person who offended to pick offense with whom we want to pick offenses. If I choose not to pick offense with A or B, it's nobody's right to be questioning me. Why don't I pick offense with A or B? If I choose to pick offense with C, it's within my right and choice to do that. If Bola has said the same thing, Remanded has said the same thing, Sowore has said the same thing, it's even the right and choice of Tinubu to pick offense with whom you want to pick offense and ignore whoever you want to ignore.
No, okay.
Yes, so nobody could have no, if you say I should be in America said the same thing, Bola said the same thing. Yes, if they said the same thing, if I choose not to pick offense with them, can you force me to pick offense with them? And if I choose to pick offense with you, who I decide you for saying this, I'm taking the case up against you. It's within my rights and within my choice. So the onus now lies on the who has made the allegation to go to the court and substantiates his allegation that this man is a criminal. Go and prove your reason why you call him a criminal. It's a defamatory statement. I told you, I said President Tinubu, apart from a president of Nigeria, he has his personal fundamental human rights. He has his human rights intact. So, no, it has not been taken away from him. He only had an added opportunity to be.
All right, you can pause there. Taiwo Nlade Big T Prince says it's also a very serious offense not to appear in court without genuine reasons. All right, Muki Grace says Omoyele is a criminal too with evidence. All right, Benga George says, I guess Tinubu knew there was evidence. That is why he did not arrest Reno Omokri and Daniel Bola. To the next one, Muki Grace said, the judge didn't appear in court. That's Omoyele Sowore. Oluwa Shogo says Reno recounted his claim against the president and apologized to him both in public and private.
If it's no, when the SS said remove this post, he said no. That means he has verifiable evidences to prove it.
All right, Taiwo says Reno Omokri later investigated the issues and withdrew everything he said about Mr. President and he publicly apologized.
Have the US government withdraw the statement or the charges about the drug case of
they have not. You understand?
They are talking nonsense. They have not. They are talking nonsense. When state actors in UK went all around to investigate Mr. President, and he said on the BBC that there was nothing that Mr. President has done wrong, and they should allow him, and that was British and BBC. They came online that time. I don't know why we are just having this deformed citizen, deformed people around. I don't know. What did they benefit in all this propaganda? What did they benefit? What are they benefiting from? I mean, you calling a whole president of the nation a criminal, then go and prove the criminality in him. Then I want the court to prove it. And these are same guys. These are same guys. These are same guys that sent Nnamdi Kanu. These are the same guys that sent Nnamdi Kanu to prison with all their utterances. No manner. They bear no manner, right? And I can say, so far they don't have respect for Mr. President. Who can they respect any longer? And I can say, Mr. President is on a
right track, I can tell you what they did. No matter anything they want to say about Renan he went back and to apologize to the president. If you don't know, make you open your ear, make you know, right? That he has done that mistake and he won't repeat itself again. And you know, you can be acting as a child, and they will look at your age that you ought to have been growing more than this all this charlatan. This is the attitude you are dishing on the platform here. When you say your president is a criminal, then you go and prove. I mean, and I can tell you honestly, this same Sowore is even more a scammer. Is even more an activist? Which are activists? You don't even know him.
Fighting for ordinary
under one VC in Unilag, is scammed the VC that is going to end the cultism in University of Lagos. I have the evidence. They should come out and attack. Then wait. He went on.
He's a fraudster.
I'm telling you.
That was just saying.
I stay in Yaba. I stay closer to Unilag. I frequent Unilag every time. Now I want to tell you that Sowore, you people turn to Messiah, is a real criminal, right?
So Sowore is now a criminal.
I'm calling him a criminal. He should come out and defend himself. Okay. Now this same Sowore, he went to make the VC that is going to eradicate the terrorism that is happening in what's it called then? Cultism that is happening in Unilag. Then this VC then gave him all the Omotola. Yes, Omotola gave him all the needed things he needs, and later he went back and he himself joined. He was a cultist before. He joined them and he moved out. And when the bubble busted, they got him up and they diminished him, and he was nearly to death of the. I can tell you already, a lot of them don't even know what is going on. They will just come here and we are closer to where the issue is happening. And I'm telling you, I have the evidence. I'm sure they should come out that you would tell me and that he hasn't joined the cultism.
Why did the president say there is no corruption in Nigeria? He said he has ended corruption.
Well, he has been arrested.
He said it in Brazil.
He has been arrested.
Right?
Yeah. What do you expect him to say? He has been arresting people. A lot of the people that are untouchable. They are untouchable, in which the Jonathan cannot do, and all of them will say when they Jonathan, they do this.
That's true that he has ended corruption.
It's working, and we can see the work of it.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working. No, it's been taking them off. I'm telling you, it's taking corruption. It's taking corruption off. You don't take me. It's taking your.
I don't understand. It's a simple English language. Do you think this president have end corruption? You said to the stammer. You don't stammer at last.
My brother. You have a brain, and you have a brain for you to use. You have a brain for you.
It's a simple question. It's a simple question. Have the U.S. government, drop out?
Can you end corruption in a day?
Calm down.
Can you end it in a what be think, man?
Hello.
He's trying. No, he's trying. I didn't tell you that there's no corruption. There's no country that does not have corruption. So what I want to say already acted. Mike, that's what I'm saying. Can you define criminality based on that statement? Is it not deceitful? It's an act of deceit. How you put yourself in? That is out of deceit. You understand? It is a clear act of deceit. And I can tell you, you will. I'm telling you the fact, clear fact. It's not about mentioning the Kano. You know, if you're talking about mentioning the Kano, then why are you running away from your home? We are sitting at home in the east. You are running away from your home. Are you not ashamed? Which home? Are you not running away from your home? So go and pack well. You don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about this thing. They say talk about this. But I said it very clearly. It's a clear fact that it's a fact Where your right stop? That statement, Sowore reacted to that statement. Where your right stop? You understand? And in Nigeria, we know where your right stop. Corruption is still very visible in Nigeria, even under Bola Tinubu's administration. There's no two ways about it.
Mr. Mike.
There's no two ways about it. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, nothing.
What I just want to add,
the fact.
it's very simple to say.
I want to react to a statement made by Chinedu. If it's going tribal, we'll go tribal. If you are talking
I'm pushing them the cannon to Sokoto prison. Okay. That I'm pushing them the cannon. Yes, that I'm pushing them the cannon to Sokoto prison. And I told him you're running away. So what's the big deal about that? There's no big deal about that. And I can tell you that. So go and pack well if you don't know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm telling you, completely go and pack well if you don't know what you're saying. What do you mean? I'm analyzing something that happened, you know, where the president made a statement. I'm coming. So what are you doing? I'm explaining it. Take my game now. Okay? That was how I pushed them the candle. Okay, listen. This is how I pushed them the candle to Sokoto prison. I said, it's how I'm pushing them the candle to Sokoto prison. I said, you are running away from your home while we are sitting at home. It's simple like that. So what's the big deal? There's no big deal. As far as that, you have no point. I will defeat you 100 times. 1 million times. 100 million times.
Take it easy. You are saying something.
Mr. Mike, I don't talk tribalistically here on this platform. I've never done it before. And it's only him I want to engage.
Yeah, no, you're doing it 100%. You do it always. You do it 24 hours.
When you say you do it 24 hours from my home. When you say you are running from home. Lagos is very well. That's why I know.
This man, he instigated himself. He doesn't even know. He is instigating himself. And I will write him down completely on this platform. I'm telling you with honesty.
Mr. Mike.
Okay, I'm not dead. Mr. Mike.
It's not today I've been engaging him. He's not physically strong, physically on the ground. See, this man said you're only from my home. You are going to say now. Don't go to this software. Yeah, we did that. Go to your service. Go to your service.
This man is going to say. Can you imagine this?
All you're saying.
We need to question this guy always. Please. Yes. I'm telling you the fact.
Tribalistic.
You are the one that is saying you and I'm telling you, you're only going to that because his time has gone. He should spark away and let us continue with this guy. I'm the man in the talk. He deflated his place. He should excuse us for national freedom. He should excuse us. It's not his time. This is an situation. He does it to everybody here. When he's talking, he doesn't want another person to talk. So he should excuse us. Let him excuse us. We cannot deal with that. It's all right.
Calm down. Can you calm down?
Mr. Mike, when every
of the viewers, okay?
Mr. Mike.
No, we are not doing something.
I don't
You're going tribal. What tribal?
In conclusion,
I am the one that is marching on the cannon. What concern marching on the cannon?
Oh, yes, sir.
It's okay. Sorry, don't be annoyed. Sorry.
Mr. Mike, for the respect, Mr. Mike, for the respect I have for you as AFCOMA,
for the respect you have for the viewers,
for the viewers also, I'm not destroying that topic again.
Oh yeah, okay. In conclusion,
Omoyele Sowore, who has made the allegation,
you have 1 minute.
Yeah, to go and substantiate his criminality allegation against him, and he's not running away from court again. let him go to court, make himself appear in the court, let the trial run through his course. If he's guilty, they press for him. If he's innocent, they press for him. Then he should not give room for bench warrant to be issued for him to be produced to continue to stand trial in that case again. Let him not be playing fool.
All right, Williams Akabeme says, Mr. Olajide, if you make this statement in northern Nigeria, you'll be stoned. Definitely don't support anything related to criminals. All right, Udeze Chima says, Olajide, didn't you hear when Kunle brought up Nnamdi Kanu issue?
I said, I told this, I'm saying that this man is a tribal person. The only attack on man here. I am telling you that he said we are running away from our home. I'm telling you, he's here always monitoring the dominant information. All right, hold up. I said, this is the southwest. Let him go to southeast. Go to southeast. Yeah, we need the southwest. We need the southwest. I'm on the right side. We need the southwest. You go in the southeast. That's okay. Let the environment have peaceful atmosphere. We need peaceful atmosphere. Red card, go home. That's okay. Only red card. That's okay.
Thank you very much. I think a lot of people don't even know the president we are talking of. A lot of them don't even know that it was the same president that rebuilt this Lagos all of you are enjoying. That's what we are saying. I can say. No, now once somebody asked for that, say, what did Tinubu do in Lagos? And Tinubu brought in audit Saudi Aramco. He was the one of the people, auditors that audit Saudi Aramco. Go and verify what I'm saying. So my people perish because they lack knowledge, and that is what is going on. I'm seeing around here, and I can say wholeheartedly that Mr. President is on the right track. And anyhow you want to say or you want to put him out, you never even plenty rich. You never plenty rich. And I want to say, Mr. President, my mic, these people, they should be watching their tongues about the dishing out the
kind of statement they make
derogatory. Yeah, not only President Bola Tinubu, because these are just state actors, and they are not state actors. I would say. And when they put, and that was why I said that was same level they used to send Nnamdi Kanu. They were the one pushing Nnamdi Kanu, and they push him to jail. And I'm not saying they want to.
I also went to jail, but thank God he did not die in Canada.
Where are they today?
No, I'm telling you now. I went to jail. Did you want to jail? You didn't respect him. Have you gone to jail? They went to jail too. Have you gone to jail? A lot of presidents went to jail. So what is the big deal? So you that is afraid to go to jail, you're a coward.
Have you been to?
You that is afraid to go to jail, aren't you a coward? You have always been a coward. No, you have always been a coward. That's why you cannot be able to know that George Washington was dead. George Washington was dead. You know why are you running away from facing jail?
My brother.
Okay, Nelson Mandela was also dead. You understand? So let me tell you, very soon now, the day you're back here, you cannot do anything. They're sending you away. You're running from your house. Yes, explosion in the Mushi. Explosion. Okay, let's say it's accident. But what we know is explosion. Bro, let me tell you, you know, say this man is not thoroughly on ground. You understand? You make statement without knowing. I knew, I understand, I read it. There was issue in Imushi. Yeah, you understand? And again, you are not the one to tell us, you know, whether it is connected to IED. We need to wait until the investigation comes out. Mike, Lagos State somewhere in Ikorodu is under attack of the Fulani people. All around they are under attack. You go run away. And that's the highest thing you can do. You run away. But you run away from power. You run away from power.
Around Mushin terrorism.
No, bro, we'll let them investigate and find out what is true. It's not a fake news. Something happened there.
Let's put under control. And I don't think that was an act of terrorism.
Mike, I said, you know, what happened there was reported to be an explosion. We don't. So what are you talking about? So let them do the investigation and find out actually what actually happened before we said, okay, this is the direction we are going. My brother,
Today, Igbo went from one place to another begging Fulanis to release his own people. Are you not ashamed? Yeah, he wasn't not begging them.
Yeah,
he was begging them. He was terrorizing. Beg be that. Begging them to release his own people. Okay, in Father today, they have run away. They are running away in Father state. Okay, they have conquered Father state. Very soon now, they are coming to your state. And they say you could get strength to defend yourself. You understand? You not go to defend yourself. That's okay. No, Mike, I need to tell this guy the truth too. You understand? If he is out of caution, so he need to apply danger. In conclusion, Mike. In conclusion. Bola, I mean minutes. Okay, sir. Your 1 minute. Okay, sir. Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to Brazil. Okay, we must not forget to talk about the foundation of that statement. And told the whole world there's no corruption in Nigeria. Chineke.
If you are the president of the
And somebody said that is not correct. But Mike, can you go to this thing? Give us the meaning of criminality. Let us define it here. Wait. Leave it with bros, let us define who a criminal is. Bros, why you do not tell the truth, you're a criminal.
How is he a criminal?
Why you engage in bros, is there no corruption in Nigeria? Mike agree there's corruption in Nigeria.
A criminal is a person who has committed a crime or has been found guilty of breaking the law. So what has he committed?
No, bro, let me tell you. Listen. No, it's not only until you have been found guilty that you can refer somebody to a noun. Okay? Criminal is a noun and also an adjective.
An action against the law.
Bro, let me tell you. Yes, there's a stated law.
Criminal act.
Calm down. What is the law? That the president has the capacity, just like what Distance was saying here, that the president has the capacity to make sure there is food in Nigeria, there's light in Nigeria, there's security in Nigeria. In the absence of that, where there is not that, that's a criminal act.
I'm saying light.
Bros, how do you want us to prove to you? Now, let us
light.
Bros.
My light has improved. Bros, talking of light.
Your papa is using solar in his own house. Your papa they use light. Make you rich. You cannot defend Tinubu in any way. There's no how you can defend Tinubu. No matter how you struggle.
See, all of you, the Lagos you are enjoying today, from slum, he built it to a city with his
former capital of Nigeria.
Strategy.
Where the oil money was used to build Lagos. Lagos get resources. Does Lagos have resources? Lagos State has been land.
Local person, I just know.
Oh, you are very unfortunate person. You are very unfortunate.
Tell me about that place. High school or night.
Okay, Lagos,
more than you.
Lagos was a slum.
And he told me it's not. Why do you think you are enjoying?
Okay, Lagos State was the former capital of Nigeria.
That's okay, I gave you just 1 minute.
Thank you so much.
That's
why we still fix.
Your contribution.
That's okay. That's the president that we need. I just want to the president that we need. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, right? I appreciate everyone. Yeah.
There's some things we need to state out here. You know, talking about the drug case, as I said, the U.S. government, cleared that off their list. Till this very moment, they have not. That is to say, the case is still on. But apparently, the man in question is the president. Some certain immunity, will be given to him. That's one aside. This is someone that claimed he finished from Chicago University. Till this very moment, he could not provide a certificate or completion of his program there. We will not see, there is no group picture of, at least when you enter the school, you can have a group picture of those way you get admission together. When you graduate from school, you will have your picture. Even my grandma, my mother that is older than Tinubu, they get photo for house. You understand? So not to talk about Tinubu himself. So there are no colleagues or peer groups. Even from tertiary institution to university level, they are none. till this very moment. This is a precedent in the new electoral law. You get it, that is saying that what, even as a candidate or being elected,
Can you
have
pause
found.
a bit? This is where the whole issue started.
Okay.
President Bola Tinubu made headlines when he declared that there is no more corruption in Nigeria. He claimed that his administration's economic reforms had successfully purged leakages and restored accountability to public finance management, ensuring a completely transparent environment. However, this statement sparked widespread debate and pushback. Many critics, civil society organizations, and citizens argue that this claim is far from the reality on ground.
If even Donald Trump can never make that statement that there's no corruption in US, you understand, where there are a little bit of whatsoever. But look at the country we have here. It's not under his watch. What was it called? This was arrested was taken to Oshun by this man. What is his name? Dele Parotimi. It's not under his watch, and all these are happening. It's not under his watch that Justice Clark was being kidnapped by Nigerian soldiers from sharing a video of poor feeding of Nigerian soldiers. It's very, very moment. We see another video that break out, whereby almost 9-10 soldiers were given one paint of gari, like 8 pieces, and one 10 of beans, 9 soldiers, and 70,000 naira.
Do you know those are
calm down,
Jare. You know his officer here.
When did you get here?
Those are AI.
I don't even know how you get. Imagine you are saying that is AI on live videos, and there are videos of that. Even some media houses, took up the videos, and that is how poor those soldiers are being fed. And you expect them to what? To rescue those who are being kidnapped. And this very moment, every year, millions of funds is being allocated to the soldiers.
Don't just pause there. Abdul says, Mike, there is no place in Nigeria that is safe again. Yesterday, in my local government, Bokos, 22 were unalive, many injured.
Which local government?
Many displaced.
Which local government? You want to know? Which local government? Which local government?
All right, we move down to another person. This Kule guy doesn't know what. Okay. Tinubu built Lagos. What does he build in Lagos? Okay. Ado Gujimi says that it's obvious that Chinedu. All right, that's Pelumi Bruce says. On to the next one. That was the phrase they used to deceive Nigerians. Kakonde was the man that built Lagos. All right, we move down to Ambu Africa. If Nigeria is not safe, why is the city stand on air every day?
That is not even the right statement to say. When you say even
Nigeria is not safe, why is the stand on air every day?
Even as there is war in Gaza, even with the Ukraine war and Russian war, are they not living there?
Can I say
you understand? We are not under war in Nigeria, but what we are saying about the safety is common English. And when we keep saying that, they go say, this wala. We don't know the last time maybe you finished school like 80 years ago. You are not current again. They say that some parts of the country are not safe. You understand? We are not at war. The country is not at war, but the war that we are in is the war of insecurity in some region in Nigeria, which needs to be taken care of.
Mookie Great says this guy be very, very careful.
That's I'm being careful. That's why I'm still calm like this.
Be careful. I'm warning you. That's what Mookie Great is saying.
Every allegation against, it's not even allegation, every statement made so far, the president is guilty about it. How did APC apologists want to defend the fact that what you guys are having running dinner with terrorists?
All right, your reaction.
Thank you for this opportunity. First of all, I want to say that yes, what Sowore has said that the president is a criminal. I said for what Sowore has said that the president is a criminal. First of all, whoever make a statement, you need to have factual evidences to back up whatever you have said, and that is the fact. Number two, when Sowore made that statement, if you go back to the archive, it was when Reno Mokri, if you go back to YouTube channels of Reno Mokri, probably he has deleted some, when he brought out some documents saying he went to Chicago University himself with factual evidences. He was showing it live on YouTube pages. Reno Mokri, he was showing it. with factual evidences that yes, he went there, Tinubu is a drug baron, he's a criminal, he's this. Remanded said all of those things. Which Sowore also made the fact, got his fact from him. Now fast forward to now, I don't know what transpired. Remanded went back, apologized. Now he's in the cabinet. If you notice, let me tell you one truth, and is something, a trace that you can trace to the president, what he has done. Those people that I felt have factual evidences against him are some of the people that he has recruited in his cabinet. So a lot of people see it as a way of psychologically bringing people that you know they have voices. The likes of Remanded example. That's what I'm telling you. Daniel Bola of all here.
What does he have with Daniel Bola?
So you understand? So that is one of the evidence. Number two, Mr. Mike, there are some attitude, some things that has gone wrong in this regime that a lot of people are saying criminality. Do you understand, sir? When the issue of 210 trillion was raised that was stolen in the oil sector, 210 trillion was stolen in the oil sector, nothing should stop that kind of investigation, because that kind of amount is enough to do our budget for more than 3 to 4 years. So that kind of thing should not be shut up. So allegations and some things like that the president has seen clearly, he should be able to probe so that his government can be free and void of those kind of statements and sentences and those kind of acts that people have raised so much concern. When there was allegation that when Wale Edun was the finance minister, there were allegations of that the federal government made about some trillions of naira, about 800 trillion or so, but only 34 trillion cannot be accounted for, did not get into the federal government account. Why is there no probe in that? The president should be able to say, okay, come and probe this, let us see, so that he will clear himself of those kind of allegations where you'll be able to gain the public trust. So those are the things that is missing.
Your reaction to this? Thank you so much.
The statement Mr. President said that no corruption in Nigeria. Let us agree that no corruption in Nigeria. But let me ask Mr. President's question, or people that are the followers. Now, we can remember, is it last 3 weeks or last 4 weeks now? They are kidnapped over 36 children. 36 children. 2 years to 16 years. God bless you. Now, you can remember teacher. They kidnapped over 7 teachers. The same Oyo State. Is it from the outside country or Nigeria here? The same Nigeria here. Now, Mr. President come outside openly and tell the whole world that nothing like corruption in Nigeria here. That will show you that he himself is the leader of corruption. But when you are a chief, he cannot accept the other person is a thief, because you and people, you and your party, they are working together. Asuwaju win election in 2023, and that election in 2023 is not his own winning. He collect another person mandate. Another person mandate. Now he said that no corruption in Nigeria. Only Nigeria is the country in the world that have the worst terrorists in the world now. Now somebody are saying that no terrorists in Nigeria here, Lagos State here. But the day environmental here, they see almost 3 Fulani terrorists in Lagos State at Okera here on last 2 weeks. The day of environmental. Well, last environmental, we see some terrorists in Lagos State here, Okera here. You know what brings the matter? When Aboki have accident, 2 people come outside saying, see, in this new bridge they build, where this man built, Lagos State Governor Sowore, the new bridge, 2 terrorists come there. But unfortunately, before boys will come out, those guys disappear. They run for Okera here. Are you getting me? When Mr. President said that one, Mr. President let him work on it. If he claimed that no terrorists or Nigeria is okay, let him work on it. Everybody will see.
So much. Thank you, Mr. Mike. Let me quickly answer him based on what he had, because he was referring to the Mr. President or the followers. if you are to be the Mr. President, and such question has been asked, will you say your country is corrupt? Will you say your government is corrupt? In as much the Mr. President is still existing under his own present watch, he's still working and he's still active, making sure he eradicate corruption and other criminalism idea. That is number one. Number two, you don't just give a speech that you will not be able to back up.
To substantiate.
Right? Thank you. If you can remember very well that sometime last year, Sowore uttered the same statement that Mr. President is a criminal. Why I challenged him, I said under 48 hours he should.
That's what has surfaced.
Yes, he should apologize to the Mr. President, and he has refused. Up to date, why the DSS asked him to delete his post, that very post, and he refused. It simply means he has a fact and he has an evidence. If I'm fighting you now and I say no, I will not stop, it simply means I have something that I really want to bring on board from you. Then now, let him face it. If he has a genuine fact or a genuine evidence of him calling Mr. President a criminal, let him show it to the world. That these are the facts. And why I say this will serve as a lesson to whosoever. I don't just name you. Now a lot of people have been saying Gumi is a terrorist, is a this, is a that, is a that. We are yet to get any strong facts. But based on his statement or his reaction, you understand me? The way he romanced the so-called bandits of program, people are saying he is a terrorist. He is a terrorist. He don't say, oh, Mr. President, highly intelligent. He don't say he does not school, he has no certificate, he does not this. He does. Do you know better than America? Do you know better than the UK? They have the database. They have genuine information about individual. And if you have never schooled here, they should have just come up and tell you that the Mr. President, he has no record with them. He does not school there. The same destructive instrument. They are saying the Mr. President is wanted in America. He has issue of drugs. He has the issue of this. They are looking for him. They want to get him. He has been in America several times again and again under this very government. America did not detain him. They did not arrest him. Do you understand me? So why will you just use yourself as a destructive instrument to be destroying the image of the Mr. President? Mind you, while you are doing this, you are equally destroying yourself because you are part of Nigeria. America will not adopt you. The British will not adopt you. Nigeria is still your country. Nigeria is still your home. So no matter what takes place, under the watch of Goodluck Jonathan, the Chibok girls have been kidnapped. See, Jonathan left that very tenor. Was he able to restore the Chibok girls? And this is a Mr. President Ashwaji that has been so active. Why we know that majority of things that is going on, these are opposition strength against his government. Opposition idea to destabilize his vision and his government. I will tell you that let somebody else come in after 2027, because no matter what they will do, Ashwaji will emerge Mr. President again, come to 2027. They will want to see what they can do. We are talking of what he has been on ground. The Bible says the foundation is destroyed. What can the righteous do? Let's talk about the previous genesis, the foundation of Nigeria. What has been going on? Is this something you can just change or rewrite the story in a day? It is gradually processed. Criminalism idea, corruption, terrorism, whatever. It's not what you can just cancel or notify in a day. It is a gradual process. And the Mr. President should be given a time. We don't say this way the government, maybe he has gotten it right, all well. But surrounding all the circumstances that surround the Mr. President, maybe we need to show him some love, we need to show him some encouragement. No government that is not corrupt. Even the American government is corrupt. Even the UK government is corrupt. There is no government that is not corrupt. You understand me? So you don't just come up and say the Mr. President because of corruption, because of this. If you want to see anything, you should have a good part. But all I'm saying, Ashwaji Bola Ahmed is not a criminal. And now the VDM, you need to present or prove to Nigeria, to the whole world, a genuine evidence, the facts that he have.
Is Sowore not VDM?
I'm sorry, Sowore. You need to give us the facts that the Mr. President is a criminal.
You said you have an objection.
Yes. Well, let's take our minds back to 2012 during the almighty fuel subsidy protest at Ojota.
Okay.
You will very well agree with me. The numbers of unprintable names they called the current president at that time, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Like what name?
They said a lot of things about him. They called him a criminal. They cursed him. Tunde Bakare placed a curse. They came out saying all sorts of unbeatable names against a sitting president.
It's a curse, it can be revoked the curse.
Not, I didn't just say curse, so unbeatable names. The clips are there. History will never forget. Anything that is on the internet can resurface again. You are saying Nigerians should take it easy on the president, current president. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, did this current president take it easy with him? He practically asked him to resign.
Because Jonathan is a...
No!
He good.
No!
Jonathan good.
If you never... Hold on. Whatever it is you sow is what you will reap.
I should just sow something good.
So by asking the president that time to resign because of insecurity,
because
he asked Jonathan to resign. And what was, hold on, and what was the criteria for telling the current president at that time that he was visionless? What yardstick did you use to say the president government then was completely visionless? There was no yardstick used. People made so many unguarded utterances to the point where even Goodluck Jonathan said, I am the most abused president in the world. Who were the people abusing him? Same Nigeria group in which the current president belongs to. You don't do that to somebody and they are not doing it to you now and you are surprised. Let's be honest with ourselves. You may have your preference with respect to the candidates vying for 2027 election, but let's call a spade a spade. The insecurity situation in the country is, in fact, is in different facets. A part of it is political, a part of it is business. We all know that it cannot be resolved all at once. Do you get it? But you cannot now dry clean the current president that has no blame in all of this. If he put the heat on the president that time, he should also receive the heat. He makes you sit tight and work fast. Don't expect to be a president without opposition. Don't expect that you will not have critics. There are some positive criticisms.
They should put the heat.
If we had some of our family friends, okay, the man that was, the teacher that was beheaded in Oyo, if he was your brother, will you say the same set of things?
Well, there's nothing I would do.
That is somebody's family member. Let's put ourselves, let's empathize with the situation of the people at the receiving end.
Of course, you have been doing that.
Don't whitewash the image of the current president.
Under Jonathan, a lot of people have been beheaded.
You understand?
Okay?
That's what I'm saying. That if he had taken it easy with the president then, people will take it easy with him now.
Well, definitely, I want to agree with you and say that.
Yes.
In all leadership,
that's why you are seeing all the backlash you are seeing right now.
In all leadership,
I am not comfortable with the kind of things Sowore said. I'm not comfortable with it because there is the person of the president, that's Bola Tinubu, and there is the office. You must show respect to that office, even if he's a 9-year-old boy that is sitting there. So I'm not comfortable with what Sowore had said. No, I'm not comfortable with it. There are better ways to handle. In fact, wisdom is profitable to direct.
After God, now your government.
All right, you get. My name is David Etu.
Yes, sir.
So in conclusion,
What are you concluding again? That's okay.
In conclusion, anyway, we just have to show respect to the Mr. President, okay? Let's show respect to Mr. Mike. Likewise, Mr. Mike, show respect to the Mr. President and tell everybody all over the world show respect to Mr. President. We have no any other Nigeria than this other Nigeria. Okay, today, tomorrow, Nigeria will be Nigeria, and we're only praying for progress. God bless you all.
Sorry. I just want to do something. Let me tell you, this matter of Sowore is so that this administration lack focus and they don't know where they are going. Honestly, this is a matter that Bayo Nanuka should be able to treat. As simple as that. It's just a matter of a mosquito. I mean, pet on me, then I do like this, as simple as that. He should just come out and tell the whole world that. So when I come and prove it that Mr. President is a criminal, in what way? You see, in the case of drug, as Mr. President be convicted, the answer is no. If it is a case of certificate, you know how to treat all those ones. When somebody say Nigeria is jaga, what did Obasanjo do? He just came online and said, your papa na jaga, your mama na. Did he say DSS go and carry him? This is a waste of energy. It's waste of resources. If Mr. President I'll just come online and say, so you are also a criminal, then it's a matter of, I don't know, this is just a wasting of energy and our time, and I don't see anything important in this one. Bayo Nanuka, a presidential spokesperson, should be able to treat that one. Why do you have presidential spokesperson? I could remember Panika Ade, when Panika Ade was a presidential spokesperson of Obasanjo. Oh, that must speak a lot of English. We don't feel like yet. He will give you double. If you tell Mr. President, he will give you double. Not necessarily that. Meet me in the court. This is a waste of time.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. What a glorious God we serve. It's a pleasure to be on the program once again.
Standing on the existing protocol.
Please, no noise.
Standing on existing protocol, standing on existing protocol, I want to say a very big thank you to all the persons who supported me during my moment of grief. I want to just express my profound gratitude to them and to say a very big thank you. I believe that it's an uncommon grace to have been chosen to show so much love to. I got back yesterday from the burial of my mother. Everything went well. The people that even graced the occasion, they all called me that they arrived at various destinations freely and happily. I want to say that it's also an uncommon grace. I cannot thank you enough, because if I were to continue to reel out names, the names are headless. But anyhow, I still have to mention some names. Like Mrs. Tina, I want to say a very big thank you to you. I want to say a very big thank you to Mrs. Clara. Alfred Williams, Mr. Alfred Williams, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Mr. Odeshino, a very big thank you to you, sir. Big T Prince, the big fish. I say a very big thank you to you. You are a brother.
Mr. Aprovero from Edo State.
Mr. Aprovero, I also say very thank you to you. And all the names are endless. Please permit me, they say, because I may not have the power to cover all the names, the people that contributed to my, to the burial of my mother. There's a Chima. I will ever continue to salute you and say thank you very much for being there. The needs are endless. I want to say a very big thank you to you all. Thank you for being there for me. And also, the anchor man, the facilitator of this program, it will be a disservice or a discourtesy if I fail to mention your name, because Michael Adekule has remained a very staunch ally and a backer, a brother in so many respects. Even though we didn't come from the same womb, he stood solidly behind me, and I want to say a very big thank you to you, sir. And also my brother here, Mr. Johnson, who was the officiating minister at the burial ceremony. Pastor Johnson, sorry, please forgive me for that, because he really did a yeoman job. He filled the void beyond my expectation and imagination. Thank you very much, sir, for being there. God bless you. God will continue to increase your anointing. It's a pleasure. To every other person, both who has also been in their various causes to pray for me. I do not take you all for granted. I want to say a very big thank you to you for being there. Please permit me, if I have not mentioned your name, it is not born out of mischief. I want to say that for now, I have not been able to muzzle such power to be able to. I believe that you know yourself in your various states. I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you for being
Mr. Additional Abdul.
Mr. Additional Abdul, I say thank you.
And welcome to orphanage home now, because we are no, I'm an orphan, so I'm welcoming you.
Thank you very much.
My father is no more, my mother is no more, so you are the newcomer coming on the board now, sir.
Now, how should courts balance reputation protection, and freedom of expression, political expression? To some Nigerians, it's just freedom of expression. What Sowore said, that the president is a criminal. Some to DSS, they are trying to protect the reputation of the president. So how should the court balance these two? Political expression and reputation protection.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mike. It's a pleasure to be on the program once again. To start with, I'm one guy who is passionately in love with the enterprise of activism. I love activism. I love activists. I remember as a young boy growing up in Nigeria in the early 90s. So I learned a whole lot from activists, from the activists of old, starting from the late Tai Solarin, the late Chief Ganifa Emi, Dr. Kuje Correctional Centre, Dr. Atonwako of the Eastern Mandate Union, Dr. Luonogorua, and the rest of them. We learned tremendously from all these guys. So they impacted our life, they reshaped our life. In fact, we look up to them. We were always willing to read from them, from Newswatch, Tell magazine, those days growing up. So I love activism. I give it to them. They contributed immeasurably to the democracy, to the evolution of the democracy we are enjoying in the land today. Some of them even paid the supreme sacrifice. People like Fred Riwani and host of others. But again, that's why it ends. That's why it stops. We need to always set the record straight. We need to always say, so having said all this, we need to equally say that there's a limit to everything. Just like the last week I just said, wisdom is profitable to direct. So everything must be done within the ambit of moderation. Everything must be decently done. Activism, as it were, is never a license to recklessness. Activism is not a license to impunity. You don't say in the name of activism you can. That Nigeria is not a banana republic for crying out loud. You can do anything. You can act anyhow. You can say anything. You can make sweeping remarks. You can embark on name calling. You can label people. You can begin to fight people. For crying out loud, that gentleman Sowore is perhaps the only activist who goes about fomenting troubles, fighting with even members of the same opposition, fighting them. It's fought with article. It's insulted Peter Obi. It's insulted the Abuja State Governor. It's all over the place. Saying all sorts of dirty things about anybody who disagrees with him and anything on national discourse. It's not, for crying out loud, that's not the way to go. So the present crop of activists, what they call activism, is nothing but outright buffoonery. It's a contraption of the old activism we used to know those days. This is not the way to go. You don't go about fomenting crises, fighting everybody on site in the name of activism. And for Christ's sake, how will you say a family man, somebody's father, somebody's husband, a one-time senator of the Federal Republic, a former governor, a president of the Republic is a criminal, without being able to substantiate something that's baseless, that's ridiculous, it's uncalled for, that's irresponsible. I wouldn't subscribe to it. I wouldn't tolerate that. I wouldn't condone that in the name of activism. That's not the way to go. There are better ways you can go about the enterprise of activism than name calling. Things are better done.
Let's have your own reaction on this. Some said Sowore was just expressing himself. He was reacting to the statement made by Mr. President that there is no corruption in Nigeria, because during that time civil society organizations reacted to what Mr. President said. So would you call this defamation? Is this defamation?
I want to.
Did he defame the president by calling him a criminal? Or he was just expressing himself?
I don't want to draw you back memory lane. You recall when the late President Muhammadu Buhari said that the youth of Nigerians are lazy. It was publicly said that the youth of Nigeria are lazy. But up to this present moment, nobody has said that, okay, why would the president make such a statement? Or he has not been brought to book, even though he has an immunity. But when you juxtapose what is being said now to what was said during the time of Jonathan, I think Jonathan during his own reign, he was able to, he said perhaps he is the most abused persons in the world. And he did not want, he never allowed that to derail him from focusing on the core, mandate of his administration. I want to believe that, you see, either good or bad, I've always said it on this platform, there is no system that is foolproof. And I make allusion to that once again here. And I haven't said that if you look what is going on around the world, everybody is trying to up the ante. Even though you are being, I believe that constructive criticism is part of social engineering. And I want to believe that even though I've also said it on this platform, that Sowore to me, I don't take him serious. There are some lines that he takes that I would say I align with him. There are many other ones I don't align with him, because there is nobody that is good before Sowore. He must have one thing or the other to say about the other person. If he's so clean, I believe by now he would have taken AAC as a party higher than the frontiers that he currently has. That's another story for another day. You understand? But in a democracy, I believe that democracy also embodies freedom of speech. But that one does not mean that you should be reckless. If you say anything, you should be able to have that that panache to come up with concrete or empirical evidence to support your claim. But if Sowore is now using sensationalism to accrue some kind of a public image to himself, I think it's not good.
Now, could this case discourage other activists from speaking out?
No, because there is no how you cannot. This is democracy. No matter how, we are not running an autocratic government. This is democracy, and democracy embodies plethora of opinions, plethora of free speeches. Then that does not mean that you have to, slam the hammer on them from expressing their view. Because for crying out loud, any policy that is being made is not made in absentia. It is made to control the conduct of the human being within a given firmament. I want to believe that whatever democracy embodies, it should be displayed in its entirety. It should not be muzzled or be clamped down for expressing our opinion over a tyrannical policy or anti-policy that is anti-people policy. And that is what democracy stands for. I want to believe that any person that is worth his salt can say that yes, if any policy is coming from the for the trust of governance and it's anti-people, we remember what happened in Egypt during the Hosni Mubarak regime. People came out all out to Tahrir Square, and what became of that government? The government was ousted as a result of people coming out to raise their anger against the policy of that government. I want to believe that the same too should be replicated here. We should not treat our democracy as if that is in abeyance to what the true definition of democracy that we know.
All right, Robert Uche says, good morning, Mr. Mike, Dekunle, and all the reviewers. Greeting from Dortmund.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Rogojimi, Sowore is not an activist. He's being jealous and bitter, not allowed to be president.
Yes.
Is that true about Omoyele Sowore?
To some extent.
Definitely. I can't agree anymore with him. Just like somebody said the other time, Lady Olayinka, the media advisor to the FCT minister, he said concerning Wike, the FCT minister, he said about Sowore the other time. That is nothing but a caste. I never knew a word like that exists. Castivist. He said rather than an activist, he's a castivist. I said, wow, how do you mean? And he gave concrete proof, evidence. He gave made excerpt from correspondence from Sowore to foreign bodies, Amnesty International and some international bodies from where he was getting resources. So Sowore is a minister of his belly. He's much more interested in what will benefit from the system. I don't take him serious either. I don't take him serious. And beyond all this, I've read and I've heard several things said about this particular case, and I'm one Nigerian who believes no matter our reservation, no matter our sentiment about Nigeria, we still have a system that is still working. I don't believe Mr. President will be so petty, it will be so absurd as to be dictating to the Department of State Security as to whom to arrest and when to arrest. Mr. President couldn't have known anything about the current scenario. So he doesn't necessarily know about it. He won't be so petty. It's only a judicial process. It's a legal process that he's taking his court. For crying out loud, this man jump his bail. A bail, for Christ's sake, is not a permanent thing. It's a temporary relief, temporary freedom granted to an individual by a law court. He was granted a bail and he jumped his bail condition. He violated the bail conditions. That's it's on the strength of that he was arrested yesterday, not on the strength of the initial statement made. So it was on the strength of jumping his bail, violating the jail condition. That was so we need to always set this record straight in this country. So Mr. President can't be so petty as to be dictating to the Department of State as to whom to arrest and when to arrest. Mr. President is not in the know. They are simply doing their job. Period. Thank you very much. Peace front to our land.
All right, away from that, Peter Obi recently called for the resignation of Mr. President, and he stated reasons why the president should leave. Insecurity was among. Also talked about the economic hardship, what Nigerians are passing through. These are some of the reasons he stated here, and it's boldly written on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. And Presidency reacted this morning, saying that all these allegations are not genuine, that what Obi did is just childish. It's called for Tinubu's resignation is childish. Now, Peter Obi and Presidency, does this, the argument, does it reflect the concerns of ordinary citizens?
Definitely, we have more pressing national issues than embark on such absurd topics. To me, it's not only childish, but so infantile, it's so juvenile. So how will you tell your Mr. President in a template like ours to go and resign? For resignation has never been our part of our culture. You don't say perhaps simply because something happened in South Africa, happened in Britain, UK and some other places where people easily resign under the slightest of provocation and some other things. You now ask your Mr. President here to resign. How many fold did you give him? And so if you must be taken serious, if you must take anybody serious at all, it's not a Peter Obi, somebody who is interested in the presidency, asking the president to resign. To resign for who? To resign for Shetima, to resign for him. So who takes over? Like we've always said on this program, a Nigerian problem does not start with Tinubu, and neither will it end with Tinubu. The problem has always been there, and it's always said in government parlance, governance is a continuum anywhere in the world. You only do your best and you leave the rest. So just like a previous government, successive government have tried their best. So Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the current president, can only try his best while leaving the rest for the coming government. So if anybody is not comfortable, is not happy with his reign, you wait. Thankfully enough, election comes up in another 7 months where anybody interested in that office will be given the opportunity to come and try their luck in the ballot. The beauty of democracy, God so good, is that the minority will always have their say, while the majority will have their way. So they can come and test their popularity and see what transpires. That's the best way to go.
All right, according to Presidency, the insecurity will be cited. It's a long-standing issue. It's deeply rooted. And he said that President Bola Tinubu has made significant, measurable progress. That's as regards insecurity in the country. He cited an example. He said hundreds of people have been rescued from captivity, including high-profile operations in Borno and Northwest. He said our gallant troops are working hard. They neutralized, terrorists, kingpins, notorious bandit leaders, and all of that. Does this debate reflect the concerns of ordinary Nigerians?
Mr. Man.
Now, the debate between Peter Obi and Presidency.
You see, I don't want to narrow it down to personality debates. I just want to take the gist of what he said. Insecurity, you and I know, is worsening every moment, every second in the land. And when you take that into cognizance, I think what Obi said about insecurity, inflation, and what have you, is not in opposition to the reality on ground. And when you take that one as a factor, you see that okay, look at what is happening in the UK. Starmer resign over what? Just little thing is even insignificant to what we are currently being faced here in the country. And when you juxtapose that, you will see that if we must call a spade, I think insecurity alone is enough for the president to have given his resignation. Wow. Because the appellate of his seat says Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. If you are Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, to date, you and I know that those pupils of Oyo, they are still being held captive in the forest. And up to this day, no concrete, we have not had any concrete progress as to whether how many of those children have been recovered back to safety. But if anybody is saying it, because I don't want to say my word based on inclination or appendages, I'm only saying it because if you and I happens to be either directly or remotely linked to any of those children being held in the gulag of the captors, you will see that it's a pain that you and I cannot measure using tape to measure. I want to believe that let's call a spade. We should forget about the appendages. We should take Nigeria as a project. Nigeria is a project I want to discuss. Not Bola Tinubu, not Obi, because Obi too is also a stakeholder in the Nigerian project. And so do I. I want to believe that whenever we are saying something, we should be clear. There should be clarity of our purpose on any given issue. I think that devoid of being poorer, I think we should take it from an angle of that. Nigeria is no longer safe. We are being held at the jugular. And Nigeria, we are already at the precipice. Nigeria might implode anytime soon. And just recently, at least when I had gone to even do the right of my mother, the roads are impassable. Even while we were there, we heard that even terrorists came very close by to a contiguous town or village to where we had our ceremony. But you can see, if it could happen there, it can happen anywhere. But what we are saying is that the president should up the ante and take up the courage, because you cannot just be a lame dog president. You are there to act. You were not being drawn from the house to come and contest. You believe you could solve the problem. That is why you contested. If you must beg Nigerians to give you another chance, it has to be predicated on delivery. That's just my humble take.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Vincent. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I really appreciate your contributions this morning. We need to go. We've been on air for 2 hours, or if not 2 hours, close to 2 hours. And we need to end the program. We appreciate all our esteemed viewers, especially the ones in the comment section, dropping their opinions there. We say a big thank you for your engagement this morning. We really appreciate it. All right, additional bill says, Mr. Vincent, welcome back. I want to know your situation of things now, so I can send some substantial amount of money that will sustain you for a while. I will connect with Mr. Michael Adekunle for details. Thank you, Mr. Additional Abdul. Note the name.
Mr. Additional Abdul. Thank you very much.
All right.
You are a brother indeed.
All right, thank you so much. Pelumi Brew says, thank you, Mr. Vincent. It's appreciating you for your contributions this morning. Me, 1911 says, Igbos are happier. People dash. Okay. Thank you so much. Clement Okoli. Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Thank you so much. All right. To the rest of the viewers, okay, we say a big thank you to you. I'll reply your message. I'll respond to it. Mr. Tunde, send me a private message. I'll respond to your message as soon as I'm done with the program. To the likes of Big T Prince, there's a Chima, Clement Okoli, GOA, and Bunjimi. We say a big thank you to you. We'll be back here tomorrow with more interesting topics. I'm Michael Adekunle, the anchor of the program. And of course, these are my great analysts.
Thank you very much.
Johnson and Vincent.
God bless you. Enjoy your day.
All right. Have a safe day. Bye.